Firstly, I heard on the television this morning a presenter said, historians know all about the Second World War, all the problems have been solved. It's not true. Many things about the Second World War are still not resolved. Worse still, the great public is unaware of many of the opinions established by historians. For example, if you ask the average American, when did the Second World War begin, he or she will say 1941. Similarly, if you go to Moscow and ask the average Russian when the war began, they will say, like the Americans, 1941. So we are battling against the two biggest powers involved in the war. If you go to London, the average English person on the street would say the war began on the 3rd of September, 1939. And so it goes on. We not only need works of synthesis about the Second World War, we badly need exhibitions, multimedia means of expounding what is known about the Second World War. And for this reason, this project is extremely, extremely welcome. Secondly, a question which crossed my mind many times: why has it taken 70 years before a museum of the Second World War has been launched in Poland? 70 years in the country where, objectively, there should have been a museum of the Second World War decades ago. The simple answer is a well-known phrase: historical politics. Polityka historyczna. Historical politics was one of the specialities of the communist regime, i.e., history guided by politicians. And in the days of the People's Republic, the PRL, no government was going to hasten to record the events of the Second World War for reasons that Mr. Liebeskind well understands. I can see him nodding. The Second World War did not leave the chief victors, in particular the Soviet Union, in good odor. And for this reason and others, this project has been delayed and delayed and delayed. It's also curious why all the governments in Poland since 1990 have also not hastened to realize this project, which doesn't reflect very well on all the previous governments. So I shall end with a word of appreciation for the present government, which took the initiative very soon after coming into power to launch this project, to ensure that it was properly financed, that it was properly located. And I think it's no accident that the Prime Minister happens to be connected with Gdańsk, and that the museum has rightly been located here. one should take great care not to compliment and praise prime ministers too enthusiastically. Otherwise, they tend to become complacent. But I do know from my very warm encounters with Donald Tusk that he is a historian. So is Mrs. Tusk, a graduate of the university here in Gdańsk. And the present government has shown not only an interest in history, but an awareness of the public importance of historical matters. And museums are one of the central vehicles for conveying historical awareness. So, congratulating you all on the competition and the government for its sponsorship, I leave with the sentiment, ladies and gentlemen, the Museum of the Second World War is in very good hands. Thank you.